Radharani. So it's not so easy. So we are continuing our session. We're gonna read from chapter 4, which entitled as the confidential reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we're gonna read out between from 73 till 81. So I will go through with it. So you can bear with me. Text number 73. Krishnere karya yache rasa asvadana karidara sahayache suna vivarna. Now please listen to how Lord Krishna's consort help him taste rasa and how they help in his pastimes. So text number 74 and 75 together. कृष्णा कांता गाने देखी त्रिविधा प्रकारा एका लक्ष्मी गाना पूरे महिषी गाना आरा ब्रजंगाना रूपा आरा कांता गाना सारा श्री राधिका हाइते कांता गाने रे विस्तारा. Translation: The beloved consorts of Lord Krishna are of three kinds: the goddess of fortune, the queens, and these queens refer to Dwarka queens, and the milkmaids of Raja, which are like gopis, who are the foremost of all. These consorts all proceed from Radhika. So that means here the author he has categorized Lord Krishna's gopis into three categories. One is the goddess of fortune, the second one is the queens, Satyabhama and others, Kalindi, and the gopis of Vrindavan. And they all have come from Srimati Radharani. Text number 76. Avatari Krishna aiche kare avatara amshani radha haite tina ganera vistara. Just as the fountainhead, Lord Krishna, is the cause of all incarnations, so Sri Radha is the call of all these consorts. Text number 77. Vaibhava gane yena tandra anga vibhuti bimba prati bimba rupa mahishra tati. The goddess of fortune are partial manifestations of Srimati Radhika, and the queens are reflection of her image. Text number 78. Lakshmi Gana Tandra Vaibhava Vilam Sarupa Mahishi Gana Vaibhava Prakasha Swarupa. The goddess of fortune are her plenary portions, and they display the forms of Vaibhava Vilasa. The queens are of the nature of her Vaibhava Prakasha. Text number 79. Akara Swabhava Bhede Vraja Devi Gana Kaya Viyuha Rupa Tandra Rasera Karna. The Vraja Devis have diverse bodily features. They are her expansion and are the instruments for expanding rasa. So these expansions are the direct expansion of Shrimati Radharani, and Lakshmi Devi and others, they are the expansions of the expansions. So text number 80. Bahu kanta vina nahe rasera ullasa lila rasa haya lagi bahuta prakasha. Without many consorts, there is not such exultation in rasa. Therefore, there are many manifestations of Shrimati Radharani to assist in the Lord's pastimes. Now, this is the last one for today. 81. Tara madhya vrajay nana bhava rasa bhede Krishna ke karya rasaidhika lilasvade. Translation: Among them are various groups of consorts in Vaja who have varieties of sentiments and mellow. They help Lord Krishna taste all the sweetness of the rasa dance and other pastimes. Purport: As explained earlier, Krishna and Radha are one and two. They are identical. Krishna expands himself in multi-incarnations and plenary portions like the Purushas. Similarly, Srimati Radharani expands herself in multiforms as the goddess of fortune, the queens and the damsels of Raja. Such expansions from Srimati Radharani are all her plenary portions. All these womanly forms of Krishna are expansions corresponding to his plenary expansion of Vishnu forms. These expansions have been compared to reflected forms of the original forms. There is no difference between the original form and the reflected forms. The female reflections of Krishna's pleasure potency are as good as Krishna himself. The plenary expansions of Krishna's personality are Vibhava Vilasa and Vibhava Prakasha, and Radha's expansion are similarly described. The goddess of fortune are her Vibhava Vilasa form, and the queens are her Vibhava Prakasha's form. The personal associate of Radharani, the damsels of Raja, are direct expansion of her body as expansion of her personal form and transcendental disposition. They are agents of different reciprocation of love in the pastimes of Lord Krishna under the supreme direction of Srimati Radharani. In the transcendental realm, enjoyment is fully relished in variety. The exuberance of transcendental mellows is increased by the association of large number of personalities similar to Radharani, who are also known as gopis or sakhi. The variety of innumerable mistresses is a source of relish for Sri Krishna, and therefore these expansions from Srimati Radharani are necessary for enhancing the pleasure potential of Sri Krishna. So pleasure potential means Ladini Shakti, Ananda Shakti. Their transcendental exchanges of love are the super excellent affairs of the pastimes in Vrindavan. By these expansions of Srimati Radharani personal body, she helps Lord Krishna taste the rasa dance and other. Similar activities, Srimati Radharani being the central petal of the rasa lila flower, is also known by the names found in the following verses. ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपिशः गोपिका कान्ता श्रीराधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामिनित नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चाते देशतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधार शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते कदम कानन स्वामी तेनामनि. So, dear devotees, I mean, I feel myself such an unqualified person at this point of time because I have no qualification to say anything about Srimati Radharani until and unless my Guru Maharaj and Srimati Radharani blesses me so I can say something about in their glorification. As you know, that in the Vedic scripture, like we are reading this beautiful section here, and we are reading from 73 to 81. And if you read furthermore, maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, so there will be many shlokas will come. It will glorify or reveal the truth about Srimati Radharani. When it says tattva, when we say panch tattva, so tattva is referred to the reality, to the principle or the truth. We should know everything in a truth. It cannot be like a sentiment. We say panch tattva, so they are the five features of the God in five different principles. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhar Prabhu. So they are Vishnu tattvas. Tattva means they are in Bhagwan principle. They are in God principle, and there is Shakti Tattva, Gadadhar Prabhu, then Shivas, They are Jiva Tattva. So there are five tattvas there. So in similar way, Radha Tattva is also very, very important to know. Even though Srila Prabhupada has stopped us not to say anything about Radharani, which is very confidential, very, very private pastime between Radha and Krishna. But he has allowed, or he has said to us that yes, we can speak about the tattva of Srimati Radharani, not anything else. Because until and unless we will not understand the tattva of Srimati Radharani, then we will be doomed. We'll be act like other people the way they do act. We see in Vrindavan Dham and many other places. They act like a Sahajya, Prakata Sahajya. They just dress up like Srimati Radharani. Even the man also, dress up like in a sari and many other things. And they show, okay, I'm Radharani. I'm going to be with Lord Shri Krishna and gonna do our rasa dance, but it's not like that. Tattva has to be understood from the Vedic scriptures, and it's especially been revealed by the spiritual master because he is a confidential, very, very confidential servant of Srimati Radharani. In early morning, we always sings Nikunja Yono Rati Keli Siddhyaye, that our spiritual master, he is in the Kunja and is assisting Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna's pastime. He's serving them in a very servant mood. In the same chapter, chapter number 4 of this Adi Leela, in verse number 96, it has been clearly mentioned that Radha Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shaktiman. दुई वस्तु भेदा नहीं शास्त्र प्रमाण मीन्स की श्रीमती राधा रानी is पूर्ण शक्ति. She is a complete source of power. And who is Lord Shri Krishna? His Purna Shaktiman, that he is the possessor of that Shakti. Okay, and the both of them, they are not different. They are non-different, and it's been revealed or evidenced by the revealed with the scriptures. If you read Brahad, Naradiya Purana, and many other scriptures, Sakanta Purana, Padma Purana, many great personalities such as Lord Shiva, Narada Muni, Brahma Ji, and many other great personalities, they revealed the tattva who is Srimati Radharani here. Okay, just in a simple term, just in a simple term to understand, Krishna, when he is in a male form, he is Krishna. When Krishna is in a female form, he is Srimati Radharani. Okay, it's the same personality. Only he has expanded himself to enjoy his own pastime with his own energy. You know, like Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Pitahamasyo Jagato Mata Dhata Pitama. He is everything. He's a father, he's a mother, he's a grandfather, he's everything. But just in terms of his pastime, we understand that Sri Krishna is the universal father. And Srimati Radhika, she is the universal mother. Both of them are fundamentally the same. We cannot say they both are separate. And Acharyas explain that just as milk and its whiteness are non-different, similarly, there is no difference between Radha and Krishna. If you see generally in other, what do you call, the religions or the spiritual practitioners, they glorify and they say God is male. Okay, like God is our father, God is our father, he is male. But no, but if you see the Gaudiya Vaishnava literature, they makes it clear that in the ultimate address, of course we do address, like Lord is our Pita, he's our Paramatma, but this Bhagwan is both male and female, you know, male in the form of Krishna, female in the form of Srimati Radharani. It is Krishna who represent the male aspects of Godhead and the Radharani, the female aspects of Godhead. And this subject matter about Srimati Radharani is very, very confidential. And she's also known as a Ved Gopya. Ved Gopya means that she is hidden even in the Vedas. Most of our literature, they do glorify Srimati Radharani, but in a sense that they have only kept for the advanced devotees. They have only kept for the advanced devotees. If you have been to Vrindavan Dham, there is a place called Sanatan Goswami Samadhi. next to Radha Madan Mohan temple. If you go there inside the samadhi, there are many samadhis are there, and one of the samadhis are called Granth Samadhi. Granth Samadhi means there is a samadhi of all of most of the Vedic scriptures. So in that samadhi, they are the books written by our Goswamis, especially our Shad Goswamis. They have those time they have written most esoteric, most confidential pastime of the Lord. But when they finish the book, then they realize this knowledge is so advanced and so confidential that if it comes in the hand of a conditioned soul, those who are not properly matured in their bhakti, then they will make a fun out of it and they will do many other nonsense, especially of his rasa dance, of his rasa night of the Lord between the gopis, especially between the Radharani. So what they did, I says ki we don't want this scripture to be in the hand of ordinary people, so let it be buried. So what they did, they put it in the ground and they made it as a samadhi. That is been called as a Granth Samadhi. And she is very very confidential, most dear to the Lord. Even the Lord desired that in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he desired that I'll let me come and I will disclose her glories in a proper way as a Radharani Tattva, that it cannot be known by the ordinary people. So that's why the Lord ordered his internal potency, his Yog Maya, to make the portion of the scripture describing Srimati Radharani. It's very difficult to understand, and her glories remain unknown to the people until the Lord Himself descend in the form of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. If you see, that's why we are reading here Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, which Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. If you see the beginning of this beautiful chapter, it says the internal meaning, what are the internal purpose that Lord has appeared. So in the introduction of this chapter, Srila Prabhupada, he just write that the first purpose, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came just to release the position of Srimati Radharani, okay, who is the prime reciprocator of transcendental love of Shri Krishna. And the second was that just to understand the transcendental mellow of himself, because Lord Krishna is all sweetness. Yes, Lord Krishna is all sweetness. But Radharani's attraction for Krishna is so sublime, and to experience that attraction and to understand the transcendent mellow of himself, he accepted the mentality of Srimati Radharani. So that was the second beautiful reason. And the third reason was to enjoy the bliss tasted by Radharani. Because Krishna thought, in the Dwarka, that yes, we both are enjoying each other's company. Whenever we come together, we do enjoy each other's company. But I can feel that Srimati Radharani, because even though I am the Asli, I am the original Bhuktaram, I am the actual original enjoyer of everything. But all I can feel here that Srimati Radharani is enjoying more than me. I mean, she's enjoying more company than I am enjoying her company. So what is that secret behind it? Just to understand that thing, that he came to understand the mood of Srimati Radharani, who, because Krishna is a transcendental male and Radharani is a transcendental female. So in that purpose, he has come as a Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So if you see on the right hand side, Lord Shri Krishna, his direct expansion is Balaramji. Okay, one thing here, if you all have studied the Goloko chart, which has come from Shri Brahma Samhita, then only you can understand who Srimati Radharani is and other female consorts. If you know, after this class or whenever you get a chance, please kindly go on a Google or you can go to the Goloko chart. It's called Shri Brahma Samhita Goloko chart. If you see on the right hand side, Krishna is in the center. On the right hand side, Balaramji comes. From Balaramji, the first Chaturvyuha comes. From that first Sankarshan comes Narayanji. From that Narayanji comes second Chaturvyuha. From that second Chaturvyuha, from that second Sankarshan comes the first Mahavishnu. From him comes Garbhodakshai Vishnu. From him comes Shirodakshai Vishnu. Okay, so that is the expansion of the expansion of the expansion. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it says, ke ete chamsa kalha pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrayari Vyakulam Lokam Mridyanti Yage Yage. Means ki there are many incarnation and incarnations of the incarnation and further incarnation and further incarnation. But my dear Krishna, you are the original. You are Swayam Bhagavan. You are the original Swayam Bhagavan, Lord Shri Krishna. So on the left hand side, Lord Krishna, he he incarnated himself as Srimati Radharani. And as soon as we see the Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Mahavishnu, Narayan, and everybody, whoever are their consorts from that side, they are the expansion from the left hand side of Srimati Radharani. Shrimati Radharani expanded herself because she is the Shakti Tattva. She is the, Ladani Potenshi, who is Swarup Shakti, who is also been called Swarup Shakti. So she expanded her only business. Srimati Radharani's her only business is to give pleasure to Lord Shri Krishna. And for that extent, she can go to any extent to provide service to Lord Shri Krishna. And for that reason, to enhance his pastime, Srimati Radharani expanded herself as billions of gopis. Okay, and from there she expanded herself as Vrinda Devi, as Tulsi Maharani, and she had expanded herself as Lakshmi Ji. And if you see in Canto 4, Srimad Bhagavata, where it says King Prithu Maharaj, and his wife is Archi. And Archi is an expansion of, Lakshmi Ji, and Lakshmi Ji is an expansion of Srimati Radharani, we just read here in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And similarly, Maharaj Prithu is an Satyavish avatar of the Lord. So whenever Krishna appears in Amsha and further Amsha in any of the form as a Vishnu Tattva or as a Satyavish avatar or any avatar, Lord Krishna comes. So similarly, on side by side, Srimati Radharani also comes as his consort, as his confidential consort, like Mahavishnu. Okay, Lord Krishna is Mahavishnu. Krishna is at home as Krishna. Krishna is in the office as Mahavishnu. And similarly, Radharani is in Goloka Vrindavan as Radharani. When she is also in the office, she acts as Lakshmi Ji. Okay, so this tattva we need to really, really confidentially we need to understand all these things. Even though if you see the Sukdev Goswami, he is somewhere because he is being said in Srimad Bhagavatam that he is a Sukha, he's a parrot of Srimati Radharani. That's why his name is called Sukadeva. Sukha means parrot. So whatever he has learned, because he's a confidential, associate of Srimati Radharani also, Sukdev Goswami. So he knows all the pastimes which has been happened between Radha and Lord Shri Krishna. So in that sense, when he started speaking Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, he more or less he revealed he revealed the name of Srimati Radharani in a very confidential matter. Okay. And one of the thing is that Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 30th chapter, this is the chapter where Lord Krishna, he is having a rasa dance with all the gopis, and suddenly gopis has a proud in their heart that Krishna is only dancing with, and suddenly he get disappeared from that. And then when all the gopis get together except the Radharani, they see everyone is here, only this one gopi is not there. Okay, and that Shrimati Radharani, she's not there. Then they immediately come to the conclusion, all the gopis, they say, Anya arahaditho nunam Bhagwan Harir Ishvaraha Yanno Vihaya Govinda Pito Yam Anyat Raha. I said, now I understand. I'm pretty much sure that Lord Govinda loves Srimati Radharani more than us, because this particular gopi has perfectly worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because he was so pleased by her service that he has abandoned us and he's spending alone time with her. Okay. See, Radhika word, this name has come from Aradhana. Aradhana means worship. Okay, and the person who is the best worshipable or who cannot worship, more than Srimati Radharani, that's why her name is Radhika. I mean, she is the best worshipable among any other person or a devotee. That's why they are. And even in same Canto 10, when Shrimati Radharani, I mean, her name is not there, okay? But this particular gopi, she is chanting a particular shloka about the glorification of Govardhan Hill. He says, what was that shloka? Um, हंतायम अद्रीर अबला हरिदास वर्यो यद राम कृष्ण चरणा स्पर्श प्रमोदः मानम तनोति सह गोगणयो तयोर्यत् पणिया सुयावसा कंदार कंद मूले. Means she is glorifying. Look at this Govardhan, he is providing all the service to Lord Krishna and Balaram. So whenever they come and they touch with their lotus feet to this Govardhan, he becomes jubilant, and he provide them and their cowherd boys and the cows and the calves to all the sweet nectarian water, grasses to eat, fruits to eat, roots to eat, and many other things to do. He is doing such a wonderful service, and this verse is spoken by Srimati Radharani. And even in Canto 2, chapter number 4, I think if it's verse number 14 or 16, I don't know, Sukhdev Goswami explained the Radhasa. I mean, in many places here and there, he's touching the word, but not openly, because he is in love of Srimati Radharani so much. If he chants her name openly, then he will go into trance. So when he will go into trance, then he won't be able to speak Srimad Bhagavatam anymore, because it will be very difficult for a person who is on a prema bhav, on a prema platform. When they go into the trance, it is very difficult to bring them back into the normal consciousness. But Sukdev Goswami, he is particularly there for a particular service, okay, to speak Shrimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. So somewhere he, here and there, he avoided not to speak openly about Srimati Radharani. You know, that's why it's been said, that Krishna is a male fountainhead, and he's been called as Amsi. Even in that today's shloka, it says he's been Amshi, the Lord of the Lords, Sarveshwara, and the primeval Swayam Bhagavan, the original Godhead. So in a similar way, Srimati Radharani is also a female fountainhead, and she is the main reservoir of the all potency, which is Ladini Shakti. She's also been called Swarupa Shakti. You know, like I just chanted there, she is Purna Shakti, and Krishna is Purna Shaktiman, and the Shakti comes from Shaktiman. Shakti comes from Shaktiman there, and he is the possessor of all the Shaktis. And here, if you see in this form here, in verse number, let me see here, the many consorts in the rasas has been divided. Yeah, the goddess of fortune are her plenary portions, and they display the form of Vibhava Vilasa, and the queens are the nature of her Vibhava Prakasha. I mean, whatever the Lord Krishna takes the form, either Vilasa, Amsa, Swayam Bhagwan. So, in a similar mood, in the similar form, Srimati Radharani also appears. And when she appears, and her only duty is just to give pleasure, because Krishna is being called that Akhila Rasa Murti, means he's the enjoyer of all the rasas. So if you see the queens in Dwarka, they have different moods. Even the gopis in Vrindavan, if you see, they have different mood. Chandravali, different mood. Srimati Radharanika, different mood. Indulekha, Lalita, they all have different moods. Someone is very they show their love to Lord Krishna in an angry mood. Someone show their love to chastise the Lord. Someone shows their love just to be very polite and quiet in front of the Lord. And someone is very strict. Someone is very soft. And the same mood is also there in Dwarka also. So Krishna wants to enjoy the mood. He just want to have a taste of everything. Like if you see in his relationship with his parents, you know, Mother Yashoda is chastising. So he's enjoying the rasa of a motherly affection. Okay, she's chastising, but out of love. And here, Nanda Baba, he comes, he chastises his own wife, Mother Yashoda. How dare you that you are tiding Krishna with the motor? He's just merely a baby. So he's enjoying from that side. Okay, then the elderly gopis from their side he enjoys, and there are the gopis of his same age, and they are the gopis are very very younger than him, and they are the gopis very very older to him. And someone is complaining, someone is glorifying Lord Krishna. So many different rasas are there where Lord Krishna, he's enjoying, with his eternal consorts. So that's why, even Srila Prabhupada, he says many times, if he hear his lecture or if he hear his conversation, so many people they take Srimati Radharani just to have a this bodily boyfriend girlfriend relationship. So Prabhupada is saying it's not that all about. It is something more. And is all of the time, if you see there is one lecture of there where Srila Prabhupada only speaks for 25, 26 minutes, and 24 minutes, 25 minutes, he only glorify Lord Krishna on the day of Radhashtami. Okay? And many people were thinking today is Radhashtami, Srila Prabhupada has to glorify Srimati Radharani, and he's only speaking about Lord Krishna, whether it is Janmashtami or whether it is Radhashtami. But after 1 minute, like when there was 1 minute left, he says, Ki now we worship Radharani, we worship Lord Krishna because Radharani loves him. So that's why in this way we should have to worship Radharani. Because he avoided, and in one of the conversation, one Indian man came and he says, so, Prabhupada said, do you have any question? And this gentleman was with his wife. He says, yes, please tell us what is the confidential, matter between Radha and Krishna. Prabhupada says, hang on. You don't even know who you are you body or you are a soul, or it's not that. You are directly going to the highest subject matter. He says, ki, you know what? You are not qualified to hear that. He said, okay, Swamiji, if I am not qualified, at least you are qualified to speak. So you can speak and make me qualified. And then Prabhupada took a humble position. He says, I am not qualified either to speak on this matter. So whenever Prabhupada spoke, he just spoke about Srimati Radharani in terms of service, that how beautifully she is serving Lord Shri Krishna. That's why Srila Prabhupada says ki whenever if you have any problem, because she is also playing a role of a mother, you know. So we as a children, we do lots of mistakes. Our mistakes are unlimited, our mistakes are unlimited, even though if you deal or we have dealt with our biological parents in this material world, if we see, if we had dealt it, that we have done so many mistakes. Okay, we have done so many mistakes. So the father heart is always hard and mother heart is always soft. Okay, so whenever father hears ki whatever mistakes we have done, he becomes so heavy on us. But when mother hears, her heart is so soft, so she pacifies the father, let the child go, they have done a mistake. I will make them understand. Please don't get them angry, please don't beat them, this and that. So mother knows how to pacify the father. If she recommends you don't do anything or don't say, then father gets pacified. But from our children's side, if we try to pacify the father, it's very difficult. We cannot pacify. We have dealt with our own parents. So in a similar way, Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna, just in a form of being as a father, his heart is hard, even though his heart is very soft. But Shrimati Radharani's heart in a female form, there she's very soft. If we go and approach and put up our application in front of her, that my dear mother, I am so fallen. I come to the temple only for one purpose, just to satisfy my own senses. I look for my own name and fame. I look when I'm going to give the class. I look when I'm going to start the kirtan first. I look when I'm going to eat the prasadam first. I always look for my own sense gratification, even though if I come to the temple. Instead of seeing you, I show myself, now you take my darshan. I'm so fallen. I'm so fallen. Please kindly help me. So we must have to cry in front of Radharani because she is our mother. When she sees the genuine tears that we are crying, that we want to improve, we want to have a genuine love about Radha and Krishna in our heart, then when she sees, then she recommend. And it says in the scripture, Prabhupada says many times, whenever she hears that somebody has chanted, Krishna, 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 she immediately recommends that jiva to Lord Shri Krishna. Ki Krishna, see, this jiva is a good devotee, better than me, kindly accept him or her. you know then Krishna has no choice, because once Srimati Radharani recommends anyone's name, then Lord Krishna has no choice to refuse the application. He will immediately grant the application approves, because everything is in the hand of mother, our mother. We can see that, our father, we've been tried many times to pacify our father. They never been pacified by any means. But as soon as we go to mother, we just go and sit in their lap, we cry, because she knows, even though our tears are like crocodile tears, they are not real. We have a personal intention or some motivation behind it, but still her heart is so soft. She goes to the father and she says, please forgive him. And the father does it. In a similar way, Srimati Radharani also does that. We can see that even though after taking initiation, we have committed so many sin, we have committed so many aparadh, but out of their causeless mercy and blessings, they have forgiven us. You know, they have forgiven us. Even in the Vedic scripture, somewhere, Krishna, he glorifies Srimati Radharani. He says, when I'm separated from you, people call me only Krishna. Okay, when I'm separated from you, people call me only Krishna. But when I merge with you, when I come closer with you, when I have your union, then people call me Shri Krishna. Shri means Shriji, the wealth. It's referred to Radharani also. And here Prabhupada says that many sanstha, many organization, they worship Krishna alone. Or some people, they worship Radharani alone. But we worship Radha Krishna together. First we approach Srimati Radharani. That's why we chant Hare. Radharani's name is Hara. But when we address somebody in a Sanskrit, that Hara, it changes to Hare. So that's why we say Hare Krishna. So Radharani comes first. Lakshmi, Narayan. Sita, Ram. So always the energy is first. And Prabhupada has many times, if you have heard his lecture, he has simply give a simple translation. What does Hare Krishna means? Oh divine energy, kindly engage me in your service or in the service of Lord Shri Krishna. In Narada Pancharatra, second Ratra, chapter number 6, there is a verse number 6 and 7. It says, Adau samucharet radham. Adau samucharet radham pashat krishnachra madhavam. पिपर्त्यम यदि पथ्येत ब्रह्म हत्यम लभे ध्रुवम श्री कृष्णो जगतम ततो जगन्मता च राधिका पितु सता गुण है माता वंद्या पूजा गरीयसी. So let's split the shloka, okay? Adhau samuchre, samuch means uchcharan, that when you chant the name of Srimati Radharani, okay, and then when you chant, then Paschat Krishna Madhavam, then you chant the name of Krishna, then it's okay. First chant the Radha's name and then chant Krishna's name, then it's good. But Vipritaya means opposite. Yadi Pathet, when opposite, when you chant, that means Brahma Hatyam Labhadruvam. If you chant Radha Krishna like Hare Krishna, then it is good. But when you chant Krishna Radha or Krishna Hare, that means it is considered the sin that you do to kill a Brahmana. I mean, can you see it? That's what he says. Shri Krishna Jagutam Tato. Okay, because Lord Shri Krishna has been said that he is the father of the universe. And Jagan Mata Cha Radhika. That Srimati Radhika is been called as the mother. Okay. Pitu sata gunhe means is 100 times, because the mother is 100 times more respectable, worshipable, and honorable than father. If someone chants, it is in the opposite way. See, this means that after pronouncing the word of Radha, I say it again, one should pronounce the word of Krishna. Okay, if someone chants, it's an opposite way. He will surely incur the sin of killing a Brahmana. Because Shri Krishna is the father of the universe and Srimati Radharani is the mother of the universe, and the mother is 100 times more respectable, worshipable, and honorable than the father. That's why Srila Prabhupada has given the main thing in a Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that's why, this Vedic scriptures are there. That's why Mahaprabhu is saying, ki, let me come. Oh, sorry. Lord Krishna is saying, ki, let me come in the form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and let me revealed, you know, who Srimati Radharani is. First, let me have the taste. That's why it says that there were the three reasons. So one of that to 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 taste the nectar. Okay, what Srimati Radharani is feeling it, or she's enjoying it, the nectar. Ki what she so once I will taste that nectar, then I will share the same nectar to the whole world. That's why it says Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaur Tushe Nama. So whenever we see any consort, see that's I'm talking about from the spiritual world. Even though in the material world, the Parvati ji is also an expansion of Shrimati Radharani, but she has a different role to pursue. Brahma ji has his wife Saraswati ji. She is also an expansion of Shrimati Radharani. Yeah, Indradev, Sati. So if you see all the forms, all the duties are being expanded by Lord Krishna. And in similar way, all the forms of the female side is being expanded by Srimati Radharani. So we should not just take them so cheaply as a matter of a boy and a girl or a man and a woman of this material world. No, not at all. So until unless we don't understand this tattva, it is very difficult to do our bhajan. You know, Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 18.55 that Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati Yavan Yas Chasmi Tatvataha. And third line is so important to understand. Tato Mam. Tato Mam Tatvato Gyato Vishte Tad Anantaram. Means Tato Mam ki Tato means Tatva. You need to understand from the reality, from the principle, what is the truth. So okay, you need to do bhakti. If you want to know me, you need to do bhakti. But how to do bhakti? You need to know the right principle, following the footstep of Srimati Radharani. Prabhupada always says, ki even the nectar of devotion, Rupa Goswami explains. And even every day in the morning we says, like during our Tulsi puja, that सेवा अधिकारो जियो करो niche dasi. Ki let me become the servant of the Brajavasis. Among all the Brajavasis, the gopis are the best. So among all the gopis, there is one gopi who is Srimati Radhe. She is the best. So Lord is saying the following their footstep, ki how they are engaged in my service without any duplicity. Otherwise, if you don't read these scriptures, if we don't follow the footsteps of the previous acharya, which Rupa Goswami himself says satovriti. In Nectar of Instruction, he uses the word satovriti. Satovriti means that following the footsteps of the previous acharya. You know, Yesterday I asked this question to Sarvadik Prabhu, who is Srila Prabhupada, very dear, disciple. I just asked him, ki, yes, we do understand that Guru is, sorry, Lord Param is a Adi Guru and our spiritual master. He also represent Lord Balram, but he also added that in a Jaiva Dharma. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he says ki yes, he also refers as per the nature of the conditioning. So he does refer Balramji and he also refers Radharani, because Radharani also represents Guru Tattva. She is teaching everybody how to engage into the service. That's why her name is Radhika. She is the best worshiper. No one can worship than Srimati Radha. And why she is the best among everybody. Why her rank is number one? Because she has no pride. Everybody may take pride, and if you see the gopis, they took pride when Lord was dancing with them. She, all the gopis, like billions of gopis were there, except Srimati Radharani. Everybody took pride. Oh, look, I'm so special. I'm so beautiful. That's why Krishna is only with me. Because Krishna, he arranged the situation in a such a way through his Yog Maya that everybody start thinking that Krishna is only with me. I'm so special. But no, Srimati Radharani special. That Krishna left billions of gopi to be with Srimati Radharani. That's why her another name is Madan Mohan Mohini. Krishna name is Madan Mohan. Okay, he's a transcendental Cupid. But she's so powerful, she's so powerful that her name is Madan Mohan Mohini, who even Mohit, who puts into illusion even Lord Shri Krishna through her qualities, through her beauty, through her qualities of her service. I mean, Prabhupada says everybody is chasing after Krishna, but Krishna is running after Srimati Radharani. So you can see, I mean, her position is even superior than Lord Krishna. But in one sense, we do understand things, but other sense, we also understand things. There is no difference between Radha and Krishna. They both are one. As we will read furthermore in this chapter, and there will be many more information we will get. Okay, so I'll stop here and see if anyone has any questions. Only 8 minutes to go. So I'll try to answer them, or if anybody has any reflection or any other things to add on, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very nice class.
Hare
I learned
Krishna.
a lot, and I realized Sakti and Shaktiman. So I understood the meaning of Hare Krishna also. We should say always Hare Krishna, not a Krishna. So I that today.
Yeah,
That was,
Prabhupada ki jai. Thank
thank
you.
you.
Amritanand Prabhu, please, you can say something on this. You raise your hand.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisance. All good Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhu, there is an echo from your side.
1 minute. Sorry about that.
No, Prabhu,
Prabhu,
no, yes, it's good. Yes, please.
I'm curious to know now, like you said, Mother Sita and Lakshmi, Satyabhama Mataji, all are expansions of Radharani.
Yeah.
Now, even Subhadramai is an expansion of Radharani?
Prabhu, yes, she's Yogmaya.
Okay.
If you see any form is there from the female side, this is all expansion of her.
Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is where you gave this scripture quote, I forget the shloka, but just now you mentioned
Yeah,
of
Narada
Hare,
Parikratara.
Hare Krishna, and not Krishna Hare. You always address Radharani first, like
Yeah,
Krishna, Shri Krishna
yeah,
is what you do. Prabhu, but we also learn that Krishna is absolute.
yeah,
And because he's absolute, with his eyes he can eat, with his nose he can hear, whatever.
yeah,
Krishna and Radharani are the same. How
yeah.
would it matter whether Krishna is first or Radharani is first? It's absolute, correct?
Yeah, that's why Prabhu it says this is inconceivable knowledge to understand. Because Krishna is absolute when he is with Srimati Radharani. Krishna is not different from his energy, Shakti and Shaktiman. So without the Shakti, Shaktiman is nothing. And without the Shaktiman, Shakti is nothing. So until unless they both come together, then thou they makes the absolute truth. It says in Shrimad Bhagavatam, that's why our Gaudiya Vaishnav, they both keeps them together. If you see from Madhavendra Puri Sahib, on in our Acharya side, before him there was in our our sampradaya, there was
Mm.
only worship of Lord Shri Krishna. There was no worship of Srimati Radharani. He is the only one who introduces the love of Radha Krishna together,
Mm.
because he understood the revealed scripture that without the understanding of the Shakti, you cannot understand the Shaktiman, and without the understanding of Shaktiman, you cannot understand the Shakti. So they both are together, even though one side they are one, and the other side they are two. Okay, even though when we will read Prabhu here, even 96, 97, 98 shloka of this chapter, when it will come, then it says there कि they both looks, separate, but they are not, they are together. They are only just cause of their pastimes they have separated, you know. Like if you see in one, I think it's Canto 9 or 8, where this Leela is there, Samudra Manthan. Okay, that's where somewhere I heard by saying Radha Govind Maharaj, he says one time Rukmani Devi, she got a proud. Okay, she says the way my husband is Purushottama,
Hmm.
he is top among all the men. In a similar way, I am also Uttama among all the female. So she was thinking like that. Then Krishna says, no, I am Uttama in from male side, but I am Uttama from female side too. That's why he took the form of Mohini Murti, even though no one can defeat Lord Shiva, only Lord Krishna can defeat or break his brahmacharya vow in the form of Mohini Murti. So he becomes so beautiful, even the Rukmani Devi start getting shy to see the form of the Lord in the form of female. So Lord is both. That's why I say in our Gaudiya Vaishnava, Lord is both male and female both. And how to understand this is called Achintya Bheda Abheda, inconceivable to understand. Only by the blessings of the Lord we can understand this.
Thank you so much. Very nice, Prabhu. If
Right.
I can, if no one else has a question, I have one more related to the topic, Prabhu. If somebody else has, they can ask.
It seems no one, Prabhu. You please carry on.
You mentioned that Mother Saraswati is the wife of Lord Brahma,
Yeah,
and Brahmaji is a jiva, right? A
yeah.
jiv tat. Or is it Krishna taking the position of Brahma and then she becomes his wife?
Sometime, na, Prabhupada says, sometimes says when there is no Jiva to take the post of a Brahma or Indra or any other demigod, so sometime Lord comes and he takes the part. So whenever Lord comes, so his consort also comes to take the part of that.
So it is never the case that Mother Saraswati with
Yeah.
Brahma would be with a jiva Brahma. It would always be with a Krishna Brahma.
Yes, yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
Okay. Thanks, Prabhu. Very good. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anybody else? They want to add something on it?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम
Ashish Prabhu, Ashish Jagannath. Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु but right I heard from his holiness Rampad Maharaj. He
Yes.
told that Bhagavan says the various energy and Radharani is the pleasure potency you already rightly spoke.
Yes, yes.
That is correct. That is Ladini Shakti.
Yeah.
Another Shakti Bhagavan has that is the different from the Radharani and others. He told that this Mahamaya, Jogomaya, and
Hmm.
other Shakti, that Shakti is different Shakti from the Radharani.
Yeah.
They did not come from Radharani.
No, 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 no. It's not like that, Prabhuji. I don't think so. It's in that way that you have understood from him. Krishna, he has many, Prabhuji, unlimited energies. Okay. Let's take one section, Yog Maya. Okay. She's a spiritual energy.
Yes,
She is in the spiritual world. She acts as a Yog Maya. With the same energy, when it comes to the material world, it takes the form of Mahamaya. The same energy. Prabhupada gives an example of electricity. Electricity is the same, but during the season, the same electricity act as a AC, cooling, and in the other way, in another season, the same electricity act as a heater. Okay, this is one thing. And Prabhupada also writes, and the Shastra also writes there, Lord Krishna's three primary important which he say, okay, Ladini Shakti, which is Srimati Radharani, and there is Sambit Shakti, this is Sanchit Shakti. So all the Shaktis have only one purpose to do their job to facilitate the pastimes of the Lord. Makes sense? And everything comes from Radharani, and Radharani comes from Lord Shri Krishna. Oh, this subject matter is very, very,
Very high, yes.
hard to understand.
Yes, hard to understand. That is correct.
Ha,
So I
this,
specifically asked these questions to
yeah,
His Holiness Rampot,
yeah,
or
yeah,
no, someone. No, no, I did not ask. Someone asked it.
yeah.
They asked that it is. Uh,
Yeah, Prabhu, that's why we need to read a lot of books, like especially Rupa Goswami's Laghu Bhagavatamrita is fully detailed there, ki how many Shaktis are there and what are their duties, what they do for the Lord, and who are the incarnation from that Shakti, how far they go, how far they stay. Prabhu, that detailed information is there on those books there.
yes, yes. So
So
that
that's why we need to read a lot. Even after, it says it's very, even though I just read one quote from CC that Lord Krishna ordered Yogmaya to hide the information of Srimati Radharani, so not any cheap people can have access to it. So until unless he comes as Gauranga Mahaprabhu, then he will reveal to only those sincere souls, those who are actually qualified to understand this subject matter. Otherwise, no matter how many questions, how many books we read, until unless we don't get the mercy of herself, Shrimati Radharani, is very hard to understand all these things.
no, no,
So
that is
simply understand what is my position at the moment of this life. Where am I standing? So let me work on that, and in the future, when things will improve, Lord will see how sincere we are. Only He will reveal Himself by seeing our sincerity.
correct, correct. Prabhu. I totally agree with you,
Hanji.
and that is correct. But this is a very high level topic.
Yeah.
So, so,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
once I get that, we not myself also another others to
Yeah.
go that level, then I can understand. Thank you, Prabhu, for
Prabhu,
you.
Kali, see, Prabhuji, knowledge about Lord is unlimited like an ocean. Prabhupada says that many particles are there on the shore of ocean, that many information on the Vedic scriptures are there. But we are the product of this Kali Yuga. We have less memory, we have less life, everything is there. We cannot, a Jiva cannot understand the full potency of the Lord. Even see, first of all, forget about other things. We are also energy, Tatashta Sakti. We are marginal, we are finding difficult to understand our own position, who we are. So where is that question to understand the Lord's energy, which are really right on the top? Make sense or not?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Very nicely you described, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Haribol, Prabhu.
Thank
Dhanyavad.
you.
Dhanyavad
Prabhupada ki
to
jai.
everyone.
So Mr. Prabhu, I think it's 8 o'clock. Is there anything else we have to
Yeah,
go ahead, or
thank you
what do
so
you?
much. Thank you so much for a wonderful class. Nicely explain the principles of understanding Srimati Radharani, the Tattva. It's very nice. From a devotee perspective, how do we worship Srimati Radharani? It's very nice. We'll continue this until next week, next Thursday. This section in the Chaitanya Charitamrita is very Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, very in detail, in deep, understanding that it's revealing with Srimati Radharani. And so it's our great fortune. It's our great fortune that it's all coming together for us. We should definitely take advantage of it. Definitely, be part of it and be there. This way, we can also derive the mercy of Srimati Radharani. Uh, that's what all the Gaudiyas means. That's what it's all about. That we are actually the followers of Srimati Radharani in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's our, that we should understand that as well. So it's our great fortune. It's our responsibility and the duty to realize this. And if we don't realize this, we miss the boat. It's very powerful, very important. So please join next 2 weeks, and then we'll continue the Chaitanya Charitamrita. We have to understand the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on this context. That's why Krishna Sparaj Goswami also revealing here. So nice. So this Sunday is Radhashtami, and we'll be setting up beautiful, festival. So many services. Please try to join in the service of Srimati Radharani. Again, that's also a great fortune that even some way or other becoming part of the service of Srimati Radharani. Then this weekend there is a seminar by Raghunath Prabhu. Is going to start on Friday and Saturday, then Sunday Radhashtami, then Prabhuji will be speaking on Sunday evening. Okay, so please join every day and without fail. And this is a great fortune. There is no other, words to say that. Radharani is so merciful. Krishna is so merciful. That's why we have this Sangha. This is all coming, from the wonderful, realization of the devotees. This transcendental, this knowledge. Okay, so let's conclude today's session. If anybody else has anything to add or any other comments or reflections, any other questions, anything else? Hare Krishna. Okay. If nothing else, let's chant together. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripasindubhyevacha padidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnava ki
Jai.
Radhashtami Maha Mahotsav ki jai.
Jai.
Shyam Sundar ji ki jai.
Jai.
Ananda Gaudi Vaishnavanda ki jai. Srila Jai. Gaura Premanandi.
Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you all. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everybody. Hari Bol.